Good morning, friends. First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to see the diseases of pearl millet. First of all, we study the downy mildew disease that is caused by Sclerospora graminicola. Symptoms: infection is mainly systemic, and symptoms appear on leaves as well as inflorescence. Means mainly the leaves and inflorescence are susceptible for showing or exhibiting the downy mildew symptoms. The initial symptoms appear in seedling at 3 to 4 leaf stages. Means here the growth phase factor is very important and vital, as it exhibit symptoms on third to fourth leaf stage. The affected leaves show patches of light green to light yellow color on the upper surface. One thing here I want to just clear: spot and patches are different. Spots are somewhat having the shape that is round or oval. In case of patches, patches are generally larger than the spots. So each and every disease exhibit the same symptoms, that is spots or patches on the leaves, but the pattern of that symptoms are vary from each other. The yellow discoloration often turns to streaks along veins. As a result of infection, young plants dry and die ultimately. Means drying and dying. This procedure or this symptom also present in this disease. The inflorescence of infected plant get completely or partially malformed. Means there is no proper growth of the inflorescence. Once the inflorescence failed, then there will be no grain formation. So infected leaves and inflorescence produce sporangia over a considerable period of time under humid conditions, and necrosis begins. See here, as it is the fungal disease, each and every fungus requires humid condition for its proper development during incubation period, and ultimately it shows the necrosis, that is death of the tissue. The dry necrotic tissue contain masses of oospores. Oospore wherever present, then there will be use of metalaxyl will give the better result. Pathogen, that is etiology. The mycelium is systemic, non-septate and intercellular. Here you can observe the intercellular diagram or picture. You can see here, between the cells the mycelium is growing between the cells. Okay. uh, Short, stout, hyaline sporangiophores arise through stomata and branch irregularly, with stalk-bearing sporangia. Sporangia are hyaline, thin-walled, elliptical, and bear prominent papilla. Oospores are round in shape, surrounded by a smooth, thick, and yellowish brown wall. You can see here the oospore. It is always round in shape, and whenever there is a presence of oospore, then metalaxyl, this fungicide, is effective for managing the oospore. Favorable conditions: very high humidity that requires 90%, presence of water on the leaves. It is very favorable for production of the spores and further development of the disease. Low temperature of 15 to 25 degrees Celsius favor the formation of sporangiophore and sporangia. Disease cycle, that is, it is also called as perpetuation also. Some primary and secondary infections can be studied in the perpetuation. The oospores remain viable in soil for 5 years or longer, giving rise to the primary infection on seedling. Secondary spread is through sporangia produced during rainy season. The dormant mycelium of the fungus is present in embryo of infected seeds. Management, and this is very important factor. All the things, that is etiology, perpetuation or causal organism, you have to study, just because of to reach the proper management practice or to follow the proper management practice. So here the deep plowing to bury the oospores. Next, roguing out infected plants, the plants which are having the symptoms, immediately eradicate from the field. Adopt crop rotation, grow resistance varieties, treat these seeds with metalaxyl, because here the presence of oospores, that's why metalaxyl will act better. Spray mancozeb, metalaxyl plus mancozeb, etc. So next disease, that is ergot or sugary disease. It is caused by Claviceps fusiformis. Symptoms. The symptoms is seen by exudation of small droplets of light pinkish or brownish honeydew from the infected spike leaf. This is very important. This is a characteristic symptom because there is the production of honeydew-like structure, and due to this honeydew-like structure, there will be a production or emergence or infection of black sooty mold. Under the severe infection, many such spikelets exude plenty of honeydew which thicks along the earhead. This attracts several insects. In the later stage, the infected ovary turns into small dark brown sclerotium which projects out of the spikelet. So, see here, ergot or sugary disease can cause a great loss just because of presence of some pathogens also, and due to the secretion of this honeydew-like structure, there may be infection or incidence of insect because of the honeydew-like structures. Pathogen, that is etiology. The pathogen produces septate mycelium which produce conidiophore and is closely arranged. Conidia are hyaline and one-celled. The sclerotiums are small and dark grey but white inside. Disease cycle. Sclerotia are viable in soil for 6 to 8 months. The primary infection takes place by germinating sclerotia present in the soil. Secondary spread by means of insect or airborne conidia. Management. Adjust the sowing date so that the crop does not flower during September when high rainfall and high relative humidity favors the disease spread. Means from the principles of disease management, the first point, that is the avoidance, can act here very effectively. That is, avoid sowing or adjust the sowing that should not match with the favorable conditions. Next, immerse the seeds in 10% common salt solution and remove the floating sclerotia. Remove collateral host. Spray the carbendazim, mancozeb, etc. Thank you.